8 out of 10 students have experienced sexual harassment at school. Due to society's normalization of it, people do not think about how frequent occurrences of sexual harassment are. This shocking statistic causes me to ask if teachers are doing whatever they can to help prevent this number from being so high. As someone who has witnessed and experienced sexual harassment and seen the physical and psychological toll it has on someone, I am well equipped to address this issue. When I was in 8th grade, the police arrested my track coach for sexually harassing and assaulting my teammate, who was also a minor. It was very hard for my team to go through this because, similar to a teacher, my coach was someone who we admired and trusted. My school did not address the severity of the issue. Many students suffer from sexual harassment, and especially if the incident happens at school, it should be addressed at school. This is an important topic of discussion because some of you may be familiar with the issue, know people who were sexually harassed, or experienced sexual harassment yourself. I'm Isabel Skikos, and today I'm going to explain why sexual harassment is a problem that needs to be addressed by teachers and how they can resolve this issue by helping identify, handle, and prevent issues of sexual harassment. Teachers should address issues of sexual harassment because it is a frequent problem that deserves more attention. If teachers are required to inform their students about sexual harassment during their early schooling years, then by the time they reach high school and college, the students will fully understand why sexual harassment is so wrong. By merely looking at the number of students sexually harassed each year, one can see that this is a problem. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, in 2016, a survey of university students by the Human Rights Commission has found more than half of the respondents were sexually harassed on at least one occasion last year. Many students who are harassed do not even know it. Sexual harassment has become so normalized by society, some believe their discomfort in the situation is invalid. Students come to school thinking it is a safe place. Because of this, they do not know what to do if they witness or experience sexual assault. It is the teacher's job to ensure that their students are in a safe place. They need to make sure their students are comfortable coming to them when they have questions or problems. When students are brave enough to speak out, they are often not believed. This is the reason teachers must equip their students with the tools necessary to handle situations of sexual harassment. By knowing how to identify and handle issues of sexual harassment, teachers can instruct their students on how to do the same. Since school is designed to help students not only learn, but also grow in life skills, it must be a safe place. Teachers are the ones responsible for instructing the students academically, and they also need to make sure their students are in an environment that is healthy and helpful for learning. An environment where students are not afraid to come to class or participate out of fear of being harassed. The Equal Rights Advocate 2019 states, "Your school is required by law to provide a safe learning environment that is free from violence, harassment, and intimidation." Although it is not easy to solve sexual harassment problems altogether, if the teachers are aware of what they should do, sexual harassment issues will be reduced. To identify sexual harassment, the students need to be familiar with exactly what is considered sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is unwanted verbal or nonverbal sexual behavior towards another. People listen to authority figures, and teachers are authority figures to students. The 1963 Milgram shock experiment, Stanley Milgram tested this theory by seeing the extent to which someone would go to follow instructions from an authority figure. The author of this article recaps Milgram's psychological experiment and explains how the results apply to people today. Sean McLeod, in his 2017 study, states, "This response to legitimate authority is learned in a variety of situations, for example, in the family, school, and workplace." I bring up this example to show how impressionable people really are. They are obedient to the people they adhere to and respect. With that said, it is necessary to ingrain the importance of knowing what sexual harassment is to students so that they are aware if they or someone they know is being harassed. If the teachers emphasize that sexual harassment is wrong, then the students will listen to what the teachers say because they are strictly authority figures. After the students learn what sexual harassment is and how to identify issues of it, teachers should express how they can try to prevent it. Although one does not have control over what someone else does or says, teachers should set an example for their students by treating everyone equally. As I mentioned before, students learn from example, and if the teachers are treating everyone differently, then the students will think that they should do the same. Students are impressionable and often mimic how those around them act. It is important to use kind words and actions, and treat others with respect, dignity, and equality. Once the student knows what sexual harassment is and how to identify if it is happening, the next step is advising the students about how to handle instances of sexual harassment. If someone is uncomfortable or thinks they are being sexually harassed and is struggling to defend themselves, they should immediately notify a teacher. It is a teacher's job to build a reputation of being someone trustworthy and safe. If the students are brave enough to speak out, then their teacher should use their best judgment to handle the situation. Informing a parent and teacher is necessary. Teachers should also remind the students that they have the power to say no or stop, even if sexual harassment, even if they do not directly oppose it. This prominent issue of sexual harassment, assault, and abuse relates to the degradation of human dignity in Catholic social teaching. Catholic social teaching addresses issues of sexual harassment because sexual harassment goes against the dignity of the human being. Harassing or abusing another person sexually shows that one does not have any respect for the human emotions, feelings, or body. Human dignity is the inherent value that each and every person is gifted with because they are made in the image and likeness of God. By applying the Jesuit charism, cura personalis, care for the individual person, teachers should have the moral obligation to assist their students through any problem of sexual abuse. If one does not want to be disrespected, abused, or harmed in any sexual way, then they should not do that to someone else. According to the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops in 2003, we are called to protect the people and the planet. It is necessary that people stand up for the injustices presented in their daily lives in hope of raising awareness in critical issues such as sexual harassment. In conclusion, sexual harassment is a serious issue that teachers must pay very close attention to. People are often unaware of the effects sexual harassment have on them because it is so normalized by society. I explained why sexual harassment is a problem that needs to be addressed by teachers and how they can resolve this social justice issue by helping students identify, handle, and prevent issues of sexual harassment. Thank you.